Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I posted, but I just wanted to talk about Manchester United for a minute or two. Yesterday, as you all know, Liverpool destroyed us. They absolutely destroyed Man United. And yesterday night, because I'm a passionate football fan, I was angry, I was mad and everything because in my head I felt like Taylor Swift. I've seen this film before and I didn't like the ending. You're not my home ground anymore, so what am I defending? That's if you're a Taylor Swift fan, if you're a Swiftie like myself, I bet you know the lyrics to that song. Exile, love Taylor Swift. But yeah, I felt like Taylor Swift. I felt exile at Old Trafford. I felt exile at a home that was once a fortress under Sir Alex Ferguson. I felt exile. And I was mad at the manager, first of all, and I was mad at the players. But then I just took some minutes. I rewatched the game in the morning before I came to work, and I saw some things that really impressed me. Maybe you could say I'm clutching at straws, but for positivity. But I saw what Ten Hag is trying to do, because the same thing Ten Hag is trying to do, playing out from the back with a back three, a midfield two, and back three, midfield two, then a pivot of two. In front of them are four of like the wingers and two more midfielders, and like, oh, was it two up front? Yeah, two up front. Because I could see when Onana had the ball, either Mazraoui or Dalo will come in midfield and try to help Kobe Mainu receive the ball, create an overload in midfield. I could see that. I could see he's trying to do what he's trying to do. Same thing, Pep Guardiola does it as well. And when we were trying to press, I could see he's pressing with a 4-2-4 formation. Arsenal uses the same formation while pressing. Liverpool used the same formation while pressing. And I don't really watch Man City games as much, but I love Haaland. But I don't really watch Man City games as much. But I think Liverpool used the same formation. City used the same formation while pressing. So you can see that there's something he's trying to do. When and I saw it also last season when he brought in Mount, and preferably his midfield going forward was supposed to be Casemiro, Mount, and Bruno as two number 10s, because it worked with Eriksen to some extent. And you look at Man City, I'm really trying to compare us with Man City and like Liverpool and Arsenal. Arsenal don't do that because Arsenal use a double pivot of Partey and Rice. Liverpool also use a double pivot of Gravenberch and Alexi McAllister. But then Man City use a single pivot of Rodri and two number 10s in like a maybe will be Foden and De Bruyne, or like De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva. But then what works so well with City with that formation is that the left back or the right back, majorly Rico Lewis, comes into midfield as the other fullback overlaps. And if Rico Lewis overlaps, the other fullback knows as well to come into midfield and try and create an overload in midfield, try to pull the winger into midfield so that our winger has a one-on-one with the fullback. And I could see this. I can see what Ten Hag is trying to do. I can really see it. But then the players that, oh my, don't even get me started on Casemiro. Casemiro gave away. Okay, players lose the ball. I play football myself, and it's not like okay, I'm not the best player, and we have better players than me in our team, and those players give away the ball. There's no one on this earth who doesn't give away the ball. But if you give away the ball, have the decency and courtesy to recover for your team. Apologize later. Just recover. Come back. Okay, you've lost the ball. Everybody does that. Recover. Casemiro has a shoulder to shoulder with Luis Diaz, one of the smallest players on the pitch, by the way. Casemiro is quite a bloke. Has a 50-50 shoulder to shoulder with Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz gets the ball. Casemiro falls down. Thinks it's a foul. Still down. Liverpool are attacking. The referee has already made his decision. You are our defensive midfielder. When it happens to Bruno upper at around higher up the pitch, and when it happens to Bruno near our box, Bruno gets up immediately and runs back. So that when the ball gets out, Bruno confronts the referee and tells him what happens. Casemiro falls down. The referee says plays on. He's still on the floor, and he doesn't even have the decency to, when he gets up, run back. He gets up, starts walking, and okay, one thing I noticed is that these players are also human beings. Because at the end of the day, what's our mentality is? Our mentality is that, okay, Casemiro has the ball, we are running, we are attacking. And we attack as a team, we defend as a team. So when he loses the ball, it clicks. And Liverpool on the counter-attack, they are really fast. Liverpool are so fast on the counter-attack. So at the point where Casemiro loses the ball, it's a 4v3 on Liverpool's favor, because it was a 4v3 in like Mazraoui, Martinez, and Delete. It was a 4v3, right? And Martinez and Delete are covering. No, Martinez was covering the front post. Delete stood his ground, and Mazraoui was occupying the full back. I think it was Luis Diaz. So what happens is there's one player who's free. Actually it's two players, because Martinez is covering the front post to clear every other cross. But then two players are free, and they can walk the ball however they want between them. But remember what I said, Liverpool are really fast on the counter-attack. So Casemiro is strolling back instead of running back, try and recover that ball, then take it up with the referee later. I swear to God. Yes, it's a team game. I understand it's a team game. And yes, we lost to our biggest rivals. When Liverpool walks into Manchester, I feel exiled, because Old Trafford is not my home anymore, because Liverpool are so used to Old Trafford. I was listening to fans on HBR fans on Saturday, and Eric Njiru was like, do you know how embarrassing it is? Eric Njiru, a Liverpool fan. I'm a huge fan of Eric Njiru. I listen to fans on every weekend on Saturday from 5 to 2. From 12 to 2. And Eric Njiru said it, and it really hurt me. Eric Njiru said that Old Trafford is Mo Salah's training ground. Really? Do you Manchester United players understand how painful it is hearing a Liverpool fan say that? Even if it's just banter. Okay, it's nothing personal. I still listen to him. I'm still a huge fan of Fanzone. It's not like I'll stop listening to Fanzone just because Eric Njiru said that. But do you know how embarrassing it is to hear that? I don't blame the coach, because the only place that I blame the coach is playing Rashford instead of Garnacho, and playing, who else would they have played in position of Casemiro? Casemiro is the only holding midfielder that we have. And I really applaud him, because he saw the error of his ways. Sadly, at halftime, Toby Collier, bless his heart, he's a young lad, didn't have his best games. It's at Liverpool, one of our biggest rivals. The atmosphere, I understand. I won't criticize Toby Collier for anything. At least he was ready to put on the shirt and run for the team. Did way more than what Casemiro did. Even tried, he almost scored. And I was looking at this. I was also watching the game and comparing stats as well. Manchester United and Liverpool had a similar amount of shots on target. Both of them had 3 shots on target. Liverpool had 3 shots on target, Man United had 3 shots on target. The XG for both teams were the same. We had a similar XG. And yeah, you could say I'm clutching at straws, but I can see what Ten Hag is trying to do. Let's hope Manuel Agate can come in and try and fix this problem. But then, Liverpool, I saw one time during the game, Bruno Fernandes got upset because he has the ball at the edge of the box. Nobody is making a run into the box so that he can cross the ball in. So he just got frustrated and shot. I don't blame Bruno for doing that because at the end of the day, despite him being a Manchester United player, he's a human being in the first place. So frustrations are allowed. He got frustrated and just shot. Amad Diallo, similar thing. Had the ball at the edge of the box. Nobody was making a run into the box. So he has no one to cross to. Players are coming to close him down. What does he do? Tries to shoot. Go for the Magnifico. Maybe it will go in. You never know. So it is the player's mentality. Matthias De Ligt started the game brilliant. But then the mentality of the weak players got to him. Started giving away passes. Generally, our defense, I do not fault our defense for any of the goals. Yes, they could have done better. But then I do not fault our defensive line for any of the goals. Mazraoui and Dalot were our standout players yesterday. I do not fault the defense for any of our goals. What I do is I fault the midfield and also fault the attackers, because at no point during the game did I feel like we were going to score. Every time Liverpool went forward, I felt like they were going to score. I was scared. But every time Man United went forward, Rashford gets the ball, takes two touches, sees the fullback coming, turns back, passes the ball into midfield. Garnacho tried taking on people. As I was saying, Garnacho was trying to take players on. Even though he will get dispossessed, he will try again. And that's what I expect from Rashford. But then, I don't know if it's being low on confidence or just being told by the coach, because you can see Garnacho doing it. So maybe the coach is telling him, like, if you don't feel like taking the player on, it's no problem, you can turn back to safety. I could understand that, but then it's not good enough. Really hoping Manuel Ugarte can come in and solve our midfield issue, because yesterday all the 3 goals came from a mistake in midfield. Liverpool executed our system of pressing on us and it worked, because I will see Arsenal press in the same way, Liverpool press in the same way with a 4-2-4. We press in the same way with a 4-2-4. So I can see what the coach is doing. I'm not Erik Ten Hag out yet. Maybe at some point I will. But the same way he was brave enough to drop Maguire and put in De Ligt for this game, I want to see if he's brave enough to drop Rashford and put Garnacho in that same way. Because Amad Diallo was our best player was our player of the month last month. What did he do to deserve being dropped? My favorite yesterday, our front 3 should have been Garnacho on the left, Zaxi up front, and Ahmad on the right. Or play Eriksen as the number. Okay, granted, if you played Eriksen as the number 10, will be overworking Kobe Mainu, because Bruno will fall back. Bruno will come back and help Kobe defend, because he knows Casemiro doesn't have the legs for it anymore. But there are positives if you dig deeper and get over the frustration, there are positives. I just hope we can build on those positives. That was just my take on yesterday's game, Man United. It's my team, so like, yeah, I watched other games. I watched what's it? Tottenham against Newcastle. Really impressed. Loved how Newcastle played. Tonali is back. I also watched Arsenal against who are Arsenal playing? Brighton. Have some hot takes on the red card, but that's a video in and of itself. What other game did I watch? I think I only watched those three games. I watched the first half of Man City and West Ham and got bored because Man City were just dominating. Even though, okay, I used to watch Haaland's game when he was in Dortmund, and I really liked his game because Dortmund is not like a really established team in the Bundesliga, but the numbers that he was pulling from Dortmund, and it was way harder there than it is now in Man City. Man City, Haaland playing at front for Man City is way easier than when he was playing for Dortmund up front. So I've always loved Haaland as a player. So like, yeah, just watch the first half. Haaland got his hat trick. Yeah, I guess that's it. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm really looking forward to getting to 50 subscribers so that I can get to do some live content, maybe live watch alongs. Yeah, so enjoy your week and see you all on the next one.